my shoe. 10 bands. What's the temperature, man? What's up, everybody? It's your boy King Hussle. And yes, it's the best money and credit channel on YouTube. So make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell. So whenever I drop new sauce, new lessons, new methods, and giveaways, you'll be the first one to be notified. You'll be the first one to know what's going on. And hey, you might be the first one to win something for free. So make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell on all the YouTube channels. Also, make sure you follow me on my Twitch, King Hustle Live. I do all my freebies and giveaways from those. I might have said that already. All right, so if I did, oh well. My Twitch, I do all my freebies and giveaways from those YouTube channels and Twitch. So make sure you subscribe, hit the notification bell, so you won't miss out on nothing. Also, make sure you follow me on all my social media platforms. All you gotta do is click the title on every video. Once you click the title on every video, at the bottom of the description, all my social media links will pop up. All right, got a lot of fake King Hustle pages out there, so please get a FaceTime verification call or video to make sure you see this face. Make sure you're doing legit business and you are getting what you pay for. All right. And before we get anything started, this is all educational purposes only, not telling anybody to do anything. So let's get this thing started. Hey, let's get this thing started. Hey, what to do, my real King Hustle fans, supporters, subscribers out there, my real Hustle Nation Empire family members, and we are back at it again with the gems, back at it again with the sauce, back at it again with the information that's gonna turn you into a boss. So you tired of being a zero? You ready to be your family hero? Listen up, take a seat, get your notepad and get your pen, because you already know when I drop these videos, it's gonna be some information that's gonna help you win, keep you informed, or keep you entertained. So with that being said, you already know we got these new bank methods, these new scam methods. It's a lot going on in today's world. It's a lot of people who jumping into this world that's making a lot of money, and there's a lot of people that's jumping into this world that's getting a lot of time in jail. Now there are a lot of scams and methods out there that have evolved via check fraud, credit card fraud has been being one of those methods that have been that has evolved since time, which is two of the most common scams and fraud tactics that people use. Now, the evolution of credit card fraud, because it's people as generations and generations come, they get a little smarter with their scams and with the fraud, right? So, hold on. I don't know why I keep doing that. So, credit card fraud, right? As technology evolves, the scams and the methods will evolve. So credit cards used to be okay, let's start from the beginning of the time so you can see the evolution. So credit cards have been around for a long time. 1998, 2000 was when the first prepaid debit card was introduced, which was the green dot card. And this green dot card was basically a prepaid debit card that you can just load money onto it and have money to use on cards. So now we got these prepaid cards. And the first prepaid debit cards were also embossed, right? So back in the day, there was no real technology for people to just do a lot of things on their own. Like people wasn't printing their own debit cards and things like that. Like it wasn't common. Like there was no such thing as cool templates and different templates for different bank and check cards and things like that. So as the world evolved, the technology evolved, and the options evolved, right? So the first time I learned anything about credit card fraud and debit card fraud, like I told you guys before, I was about 12, 11 years old. And I was watching a CNN documentary of this dude who was basically doing credit card fraud. And he had this white guy that was like trailing him. And the black guy was so like anal. Like he was tight, like attitude and all that. Like he was like, cause he was nervous. First of all, like he doing credit card fraud on national TV. Like that's weird. That's tricky right there already. His face was blurred, but that's already suspicious. So the interviewer basically was like interviewing him and gave him, but the card that he used was the interviewer's card. So the interviewer basically, he was just basically showing the interviewer that he can duplicate his card, go into Best Buy, buy something, and then sell it. How easy credit card fraud is, basically it is, right? So what happened was, and I'm gonna make this short because I only got 4 more minutes left, 5 more minutes left to be talking. I ain't gonna be talking all day. He cloned that man card, but he was telling him, like, you gotta like be quiet, stop talking to me, so I can make sure these spaces on these numbers is right. And then he made the card. They went to walk Best Buy to get the iPad, and the card was messing up because the numbers was off. And while they leaving Best Buy, he's snapping on the dude like, "Man, I told you this." So he go back, make another card. He do it the right, and he basically buy an iPad or whatever, and then selling the money, whatever. Just regular credit card fraud, right? Now we come to 2026, and they got a lot of different things. Cards are no longer embossed. We now have chips in our debit cards and credit cards. It's a lot of new things that's going on, right? So people listen. People figure out what they want to figure out at the end of the day, and people have figured out the system. Now that banks, because you all know we all got bank cards, debit cards, right? And these debit cards all have the bank on them. But some banks offer the option to be able to basically create your own template. So your card does not have to say this bank or that bank. It can say whatever that you want to say. It's even some banks that let you upload your own picture to put on your debit card. So people are saying, okay, now that that's an option, people no longer have to go into these stores and in places with a card that looks like a bank card. Like for somebody to have a picture of them on their debit card now is not uncommon, which makes it easier for scammers because now they can use different stolen credentials to load or to write on these cards. Now, how are they getting this card information is the question. Now, there are so many ways different criminals and different scammers and fraudsters get credit card information. You got skimmers, we all know about skimmers at POS machines, gas pumps, ATMs. Wherever you insert your card, wherever you tap your card, wherever you type in your PIN number, it could be basically a fake cover that looks like the keypad or the POS machine that is basically reading your information every time somebody utilizes it. Then you got the skimmers and the gas pumps. That's basically these long strips. You got a lot of different ways. Then you got people that's working in banks that's getting information. Like it's a lot of different ways people get these credit card and debit card information. And once they get that information, all they gotta do is write it on the card. And now they got printers where you can like homemade printers, portable printers that anybody can buy. None of this stuff is illegal. People just use them in illegal ways. And people are basically buying these printers and printing whatever that they want to print on the card and printing whatever that they want to print on the back of the card because like I said, numbers are no longer embossed on cards. They're now printed on the back of the card, which makes it even easier. So credit card fraud has definitely elevated. You got people who starting to get back into the black box, recruiting people to work at McDonald's, KFC's, Taco Bill's, Jock in the Box, Whataburgers, basically late night restaurants that stay open late night with drive-throughs, recruiting them, giving them the black box, the MSR X6, having them swipe cards, um, and getting card information like that. Like people gonna find out if there's a will, there's a way. People gonna figure out how to get what they want. And that's just how it is in the world. And if somebody put their mind to it enough, and they gonna figure something out. So credit card fraud has definitely evolved from embossing cards and getting cards off the numbers and information off the dark web to people figuring out how to get their own information, which is making the world more deadly. Because at the end of the day, if everybody doing this and everybody know about it, it's gonna you got all the places that we utilize on a daily basis from ATMs, gas pumps, and gas stations and different stores. So it's just all about being more safe, being more cautious, and being more aware because the to be able to get information in today's world is very easy. And the dark web is still around. There's new people in it every day. Every day there's a million different 18-year-olds, somebody turning 18. There's a lot going on in the world. And people don't believe into this stuff. Like people don't believe in technology. Like if you are able to send money from a some if I'm in Chicago and somebody in California and I can say, what's your Cash App tag? They send me their tag and I can send them a $2,000 just like this. Y'all gotta start thinking about technology. Like how is that possible? So what else can technology do? And I'm trying to get y'all to understand technology. That's why technology fascinates me. That's why it always fascinated me. That's why I'm in the ethical hacking world because of technology. It's fascinating how you can literally utilize technology to do whatever that you want to do, see whatever that you want to see, get whatever that you want to get, because the world is ran on technology. So it's just all about being more safe, being more cautious, and being more aware of what's going on in this real crazy world that we all are living in. Because at the end of the day, at the end of all these methods and scams, there's going to be a victim. It might be a bank, it might be a person. That's the only two victims that's always in this world: a bank or a person. So with that being said, make sure you guys are getting your Norton LifeLock to monitor all your financial and social media accounts to make sure no suspicious activity is going on, and to monitor the dark web to make sure none of your personal information is on there floating around for anybody to buy. So make sure you're getting your Norton LifeLock. Make sure you guys are getting freezing all three of your credit profiles, TransUnion, Equifax, and Experience. So nobody can get anything in your name. No loans, credit cards, lines of credit, no apartments, no cars, no pre-bill CPNs, no nothing. Not even you, unless you're gonna freeze it. All right, so freeze them credit profiles. And also make sure you guys are getting new credit card and debit card numbers every so often. We use them so much online and every day. And every time we use them, that information is being stored on a database. So you get a new card, new information, it's a fresh start, and you got to worry about that old information being stored on so many different databases because you didn't traveled, you didn't did this and did that. And no, because most people really keep their card until it expires, and that'd be a long time. So just think about it, all right? And so, with that being said, man, be more safe, be more cautious, and be more aware of what's going on out there in this real crazy world that we all are living in because it's getting real. So, with that being said, be more safe, be more cautious, and be more aware. Shout out to all my real King Hustle fans, supporters, subscribers out there because without y'all, there'd be no me. Y'all motivate me to keep going, y'all motivate me to keep dropping the sauce, and y'all motivate me to keep y'all entertained. So, shout out to all of y'all. Anybody out there is tired of being broke because it ain't no joke, let's get to work. FaceTime 101 limited gems are $1,000. But for limited time only, I'm doing them for 600. Yes, 600. Cash App or Bitcoin payment. Once the 600 is on Cash App or Bitcoin balance, send me a screenshot. Let me know you payment ready, and we will go from there. All right, no screenshots, no replies, no 21 questions, and please do not yell me. Make sure y'all book y'all seat on the webinars Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, 250. Make sure y'all book y'all seat on the crypto tour in person limited gems, 3,500. Make sure y'all book y'all seat on the month long mentorship, $1,000. Make sure y'all checking out my vendor platforms on Telegram, the Potato app, and Discord. Millionaire Networking World. Still looking for people for the production company. Make sure y'all subscribe and hit the notification bell. All the YouTube channels, the Twitches, IGs, TikTok, Snapchats, Discord. Make sure y'all checking out the crypto world because it's changing people's lives. And make sure y'all get in or y'all fit in with these load ups. All right, 120 and up. Cash out Bitcoin payment. Once it's on your balance, send me a screenshot. Let me know you payment ready. And we will go from there. All right. And with that being said, it's your boy King Hustle. Y'all know how I get down in these videos. I will see you at the next lesson video or live. Peace, Aroni.